Now, starting a small talk is not a problem. You want to start a small talk with your friends? You have these 15 ways with you. Hello everybody, how are you all? Hope you're doing great. So welcome back to another session of improving your speaking and conversation skills with me on the channel. Well, today I have another lesson on small talk for all of you. I know you love lessons related to small talk, and this is a very important aspect of your life, both personal, professional, and a skill that you must master if you want to master your conversations. If you want to master the art of having a great conversation, small talks are obviously important. So today's topic is going to be the small talk with friends. Yes, small talk with friends, the informal form of small talk. Well, small talk is all about how to initiate it. That is the most difficult task. And today, I'm going to tell you how you can initiate small talk with your friends anytime, anywhere, and in different situations. So, are you all ready for this? I'm Shivangi Gupta, your CELTA certified English language tutor, certified by the University of Cambridge, the UK. And before beginning, please subscribe the channel so that you do not miss out on any lesson that I post for you on the channel. Please like this video and share it with your friends too. Now, coming back to today's lesson, today's session on small talk with friends. So, small talk with friends. Why do we have small talk with friends? Basically, we use small talk with friends to initiate a conversation or to make the other person feel comfortable. So we have discussed about small talk in the previous lesson, but today I'm going to tell you how to initiate it. Now you know what is small talk, how to use it, but then how to initiate that small talk is important. So let's take how to initiate small talk with your friends today, because friends are the people whom you meet in your day-to-day life, and you can meet them in a restaurant, you can meet them at a cafe, you can meet them in your neighborhood, you can meet a friend that you haven't met in a long time, maybe in a mall. You can bump into one of your old friends anytime. And then what to do, how to start a small talk. So let's begin. I'm also going to tell you the context, the situation, everything. So I have 15 ways, 15 prompts for you to start a small talk with your friends. So let's begin with all the 15 ways. Starting a small talk with a friend. So the way number one in which you can start a small talk is by asking, how have you been? How have you been? So it's a very simple question, how have you been? But this is something that can help you start any conversation. It's a great conversation starter, plus great way to start any small talk. When you're saying, how have you been? You're asking their well-being. And when you ask their well-being, when they reply something to you, and you can say, oh, that's great to know. And then you can give a particular direction to your small talk. If they are asking you in return, how are you or how have you been, then you have something to reply with. And then from that particular answer, you can ask something else. This is how you keep a conversation going. So when you give a reply, asking a question out of that reply or whatever you want to talk to the person about, you can do that, talk about that. The most problem people face is in initiating that conversation. So how have you been? It's the simplest way to start any small talk with your friend. How have you been? Number two is, what a coincidence, what a surprise. So you can use two particular phrases to start a small talk. Number one is, what a coincidence. And similar phrase is, what a surprise. So basically, when you see somebody and you're excited after seeing them and you're happy after seeing them, you want to initiate a small talk, the conversation, saying, what a coincidence, what a surprise, is like, oh, that's such a pleasant thing to meet you. You're actually delivering this feeling to the person who's there in front of you, the other person. And this is a great way to start a small talk because they're able to reflect that energy you're sending towards them, the positive energy. So this is a very positive response. Whenever you see somebody and you say, what a coincidence, oh, what a surprise, it's a very positive response, and that particular energy is reflected in the talk, so the other person is motivated to talk to you. It's a great way to start a small talk. So when you say what a coincidence, they might reply something. You can ask them about their well-being, then you can ask about something else, and in this manner you can take your conversation further. So when you see somebody next time, maybe your best friend or maybe somebody else you were not expected to see, maybe at a mall or at a cafe, you can use this. Unexpectedly, you see somebody at a place, just say, what a coincidence! Oh, what a pleasant surprise! Use this phrase. Number 3. Now, the phrase number 3 to use to start a small talk with your friend is long time no see. Long time no see. Basically, it's a phrase that you use whenever you're meeting somebody after a long time. So, you're meeting your friend after a long time. You can greet them with this particular phrase, long time no see. And that shows again your positive energy and your excitement. Long time no see. And they might reply with, oh, I'm so glad to meet you. You can say, oh, how are you? I'm really glad that you came to meet me. And then that small talk will go on and turn into an important conversation or a catch up session. So that is what you have to do. Say, long time no see if you're meeting your friend after a really long time. Number 4. Now, question number 4 that you can ask is, what are you up to these days? So if you're meeting somebody after some time, not after a long time, maybe you're meeting them after a month, you can simply ask a question, what are you up to these days? So what are you up to these days is a casual way of asking, what are you doing these days? It can be related to a hobby. They might answer that they are pursuing this hobby of this. They might answer they have changed the company that they were working at. They might answer, yeah, usual, that something happens. And then you can change the direction of the conversation or maybe take it further ahead. Reply with something that resonates the particular atmosphere of the conversation, the feel of the conversation, and answer something in the similar way. So that is how you can use this particular question, what are you up to these days? Because that's something simple. That's a great way to start a conversation, talking about whatever they are doing in that present context. So whatever they are doing, they'll tell you, you can tell about yourself, and then yeah, the conversation will flow as it should. Use this particular question next time. Number 5. Well, phrase number 5 that you can use is, I would love to catch up with you. I would love to catch up with you. So you are meeting a friend after a long time, or maybe you're meeting a friend at an event, at a social event. It could be a wedding of a common known person. It could be a birthday party. It could be any other social event. Maybe you're going to an exhibition, you're meeting at a mall. So wherever you are, you can say, I would love to catch up with you, because catching up means talking about your day-to-day activities, what you were doing these recent days and all that. So you say, I would love to catch up with you. The other person would respond with something positive, and then you'll add something else to it. And in this manner, that small talk you're trying to initiate will initiate and it will go on. So how you're going to initiate the conversation matters a lot, because small talk is all about that initiation, how to initiate. Once you've initiated, you know where to take it, because you are two people who are contributing equally to the conversation, and it will be easy for you to give a direction to that particular conversation. So use this particular phrase, I would love to catch up with you. Okay, number 6. Now, a question. Number 6 is a question that you can ask to your friend, that is, how's your family doing? Or you can also ask it in another way, how's everyone doing at home? Asking about their family or how's everyone doing at home is a great way to start a small talk, a conversation, because it gives you opportunity to talk about something which we are looking for, to talk about something. Once you initiate that, once you have that opportunity to talk about something, it's easy for you to have a conversation and give a direction to that particular conversation. So asking about their family or the family members, that's a polite way to initiate a small talk. So you can simply say that after a hi, hello. You can say, how's everyone doing at home? Or how's your family doing? All good at home? All good at home means the same thing. Are all the family members well? So that's the same thing. Ask this particular question to initiate a small talk with your friend. Number 7. Number 7 is the best way to start a small talk if you are at any social event. And if you're meeting your friend after a long time, at that time also, you can use this particular phrase that I'm going to tell you. This is something that you can use anytime with your friend to start a small talk. That's, I love your outfit. Where did you get it from? Or you can simply say, I love your outfit. What a beautiful color. So you're complimenting their outfit. Now, if you're going to a social event and you meet your friend there, for example, you're meeting your friend at a wedding, you're meeting your friend at a birthday party, you're meeting your friend at any other social event, for example, an exhibition, even at a formal event, for example, a seminar that you both might be attending coincidentally, you are both well dressed for that particular occasion, aren't you? So if you're dressed up for a particular occasion, complimenting other person's outfit is a great way to initiate a small talk. Now, you cannot use this particular phrase in one condition. That is, you're meeting your friend around the neighborhood. So if you are taking a walk around your neighborhood and you meet your friend there, we have friends in neighborhoods too, don't we? If you meet your friend there, you cannot probably use this particular phrase because they might be roaming around in their joggers and t-shirts and their casuals, and at that time this particular phrase won't make any sense. So this particular phrase is to be used when you're going to a particular event where people are supposed to be dressed up in a certain way. So when they are dressed up in a certain way and you compliment them, they feel good about it, and that's a positive start of any small talk, a very positive start of any small talk. So whenever you're meeting your friend at a social event, specifically use this particular phrase, I love your outfit. Where did you get it from? That's a very good question to add to the particular phrase. So use this. Number 8. Now, number 8 is again a kind of phrase. It can also turn out to be a question depending on what you're suggesting. So how you're going to use it. Number 8 is, remember when we used to go there? Remember last time when we met? Basically what you're doing is you're trying to initiate a small talk based on a past experience, a shared experience, something that you both have experienced. Maybe you went to a picnic together, maybe there was this particular time that you love a lot, you went to watch a movie together, or maybe you're just simply playing in a park and there was this particular incident that happened and you have fond memories related to it. You can just start your small talk based on that particular shared experience. A great way to start a small talk with your friend, because you're talking to your friend. So definitely you must have some memories with your friend, because that is why that person is your friend. So you can just say, remember that day, that particular day we went to eat an ice cream? Remember that day when we were playing in the park? Remember when we last met, we were talking about this particular thing? So this is how you can use this particular phrase. Remember when we, remember that day. These are the basic prompts that you have to use. Now, whatever you're going to say after this particular phrase depends on what you want to talk to. But you can start that shared experience that you want to share, that you want the other person to remember, by saying, remember when we last met? Remember when that thing happened? Remember when we went there? So this is how you're going to initiate the small talk. And believe me, you'll have a lot to talk about, because when we relive our memories with our friends, we do not even realize when the time passes, and we just keep on talking and talking and talking and having conversation, don't we? So use this particular technique next time. Number 9. So number 9 is something that's common. We can ask our friend anytime. That's, have you watched any movie recently? Have you watched any movie recently? And that person might have watched a movie, you might have watched it too. Then you can discuss about it, then you can change the direction of your conversation. So you have something to talk about, and I know you must have seen a particular movie, or maybe you have some shared movies that both of you like, because that person is your friend. Obviously there are going to be movies that you both like my friends and I, we had same taste in movies. When I was in school, I was a Harry Potter fan, and similarly my friends were also a Harry Potter fan. So I remember when this particular movie, the last part, was released, we used to talk about it whole day. For Like for a week or two, we were just talking about Harry Potter whenever we got the opportunity. So that's something that you share, love for movies. And I know every friend, every pair of friends, they share this. So that's a great way to start a small talk. Have you watched a movie recently? Then they would say yes, no, whatever movie they would tell you, you can talk about that. Number 10. Number 10 is a simple question that you can ask. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Do you have any plans for the weekend? So if you're meeting your friend, probably you want to make future plans to catch up once again. And that's a great way to start a small talk and a conversation. So do you have any plans for the weekend, upcoming weekend? Because on weekends, people generally have some plans. And if they don't, they make plans with their friends. Great way to start a small talk. You can discuss about your weekend, the upcoming weekend, what you want to do, where you want to go. Do you want to catch up? Do you want to hang out? You can talk about all these things with your friend. Everything is a part of your small talk. So use this particular question and have a great small talk with your friend. Number 11. Number 11 is a casual compliment that you can give anytime. For example, now what you can say? Nice shoes. I love them. Nice shoes. They look great. So if you don't want to compliment on shoes, what else can you say? If it's a girl that you're meeting, you can always compliment her on the purse that she might be carrying. Oh, what a lovely purse. I love the color. If it's a male friend, you are meeting your friend. Okay, so what boys do, they wear watch, they might have good hairstyle. So what you can say is, bro, what a nice hairstyle. That is how boys greet each other, don't they? Yeah, you can do that because it's your friend. It's not somebody who's elder to you. It's not a formal event you're going to. It's your friend and you're meeting them in a casual setup. So you can use these particular words like bro and all that. Obviously, that's allowed. You're meeting your friend, not a stranger. So obviously, you can say that. Because you have to be relaxed. You have to break the ice. Why we are doing it? To make the other person feel comfortable and feel nice when we are starting the conversation. That's the purpose of our small talk. It's a great way to give a casual compliment. Now, the compliment that I told you about earlier, that works when you're going to a social event. This particular compliment that I've told you now works in the casual atmosphere. Maybe at a cafe, at a restaurant, you're meeting outside and they might be dressed in casuals, but still they can have a great hairstyle. So you can compliment on that. So yeah, do that. Use this casual compliment for casual settings so that you can have a great small talk with your friend. Number 12. Now, number 12 is a question that any working professional can use. The question is everything good at your work? Is everything good at your workplace? Everything going great at your work? So, this is a particular question that you can ask another person related to their work, because work is an important part of life, isn't it? So you can ask about that. They might tell you about what they are doing professionally, what they are doing right now in life in the professional sense, what's happening in their work life, work and life balance and all that. You can talk about all these topics because they're your friend. You can talk about the work life balance if they have one. If they want to create some work life balance, you can talk about that with your friend. Great way to initiate that small talk. Number 13. Now, number 13 is something similar to number 12. Now it's for college students. So if you're not a working professional, you're a college student, you're meeting your friend, what to say, what to do. So you can simply ask about their studies. You're meeting your school friend, you don't know what they might be doing in their studies. So you can say, everything going good at your college? What are you studying these days? What are you studying these days? You want to know what this person might be doing. Are they pursuing masters? What they are doing? What they're not doing? And they are your friend. Obviously, you can ask them that. So you might ask them about their college or about their studies. A great way to start a small talk with your friend. Number 14. Now, number 14. When you're meeting your friend, you want to tell something exciting to them. And that can be a great way to start a small talk. So number 14 is, you know what I want to tell you? You won't believe me if I tell you this. Do you know what happened that day? So it's like you're trying to tell something exciting to the other person. You can consider it kind of gossiping, because when you're with your friend, You do that. We do that, don't we? We talk about some random things, some exciting things. Do you know what she did that day? Do you know what happened? I was going from there, and then this incident took place. There are so many exciting things going on, random things that you want to talk about, and use those random things to start a small talk. Just start your sentence with this particular phrase. Do you know what happened that day? Or you won't believe if I tell you. And then whatever you want to tell, add in the sentence after this particular phrase. Add it and start the small talk. Number 15. Number 15, the last phrase for the small talk. Small talk with your friend. That is, let's grab something to eat. Let's grab something to eat. Now you can use this particular phrase at any event you are meeting your friend at, or maybe at a restaurant or a cafe. So you've bumped into your friend at a restaurant, at a cafe, you can use this particular phrase. Let's grab something to eat. If you're meeting them at a particular social event, because social event, they have dining or food arrangements. It could be lunch, it could be the dining arrangements. So they have this particular food arrangement. You can simply ask them, have you eaten anything? Let's go grab something to eat. And when you're going to eat something at that particular time, you can have a great company of your friend, and you can have any conversation that you want to. That's a particular start of the conversation, of a small talk, this particular phrase. So use this next time whenever you want to break the ice, you're confused what to say, just use it simply and start small talk with your friend. So that's it. That's the end of today's lesson. These are the 15 ways in which you can initiate a conversation with your friend. I think you have so much now, so many ideas to start a conversation with your friend. Even if you're meeting them at the neighborhood, you're meeting them at a mall, you're meeting them at a social event, you're meeting them after a long time. I've given you so many contexts, so many situations, and different phrases to use to start a small talk. Now, starting a small talk is not a problem. You want to start a small talk with your friend? You have these 15 ways with you. So use them next time you're meeting your friend, whenever you want to start a small talk with them. Before going, I want to tell you that this is just one of the lessons in the series that's going to come now. Small talk series. I'm launching a small talk series. This was the lesson number 1, small talk with friends. Now we all know that we can have a small talk with a friend, with a colleague, with an acquaintance, a family friend, relatives, your college friends, your classmates, or you can have it even with your boss in some situations. Now, when, where, how to have that small talk, I'll make lessons for you in the future too. So stay tuned, more lessons are on the way. That's it for today. Now I'm gonna meet you again in a new lesson. Till then, everybody, take care and bye.